Laura, it's Thursday, and I just had the weirdest experience.
Okay, so that's a weird intro now because I don't actually have time to tell you what happened, but just remind me when we meet again. But I want to talk about Harry Potter as well. Ever since I uploaded my last one, I knew what I wanted the next video to be because I just look up things that I'm interested in and read some scientific articles on them because there are some pretty wild ones. Whenever I'm doing research for papers, I stumble upon these articles and think, who does research on that? Of course, I had to look up some Harry Potter related scientific articles, but then you uploaded the house test. So I thought, okay, I still don't know whether I'm Slytherin or Ravenclaw, so I will settle it once and for all as well. Here is my result. Let's continue. I'm a Ravenclaw. Well, I thought I was a Slytherin, so that's a problem. I'm quite content, but let me show you why it's a problem. My A-levels motto was something with Harry Potter, and y'all have this side thingy, and it's always in the color of your Hogwarts house. And mine is green, because I said I was a Slytherin, and now my final test says I'm a Ravenclaw. I'm so conflicted with my identity now. Now that we know that I'm a Ravenclaw, it actually makes sense that I just read scientific articles for fun, I guess. I will talk specifically about one I read, which is called The Science Behind the Magic, the relation of the Harry Potter Sorting Hat quiz to personality and human values. Believe me, it was really interesting to read this. So basically, this article was a study that replicated another study from 2015. So they were basically the same, but the second one was better, so I will only talk about that one. What they did, or what they were trying to do, was finding out whether the sorting was related to any empirically established personality traits. So they had some theories, for example, on the Big Five, the Dark Triad, and theory of basic human values. And this was really interesting because these were things that I have studied, especially the theory of basic human values. It's basically, there are 10 basic human values, and their hypothesis was that the Hogwarts houses were related to these 10 basic human values. And they also thought that the decisions of the sorting hat were more based on these basic human values than on any personality traits. Quick spoiler here, they did not find any evidence for that. I can't explain the whole article for obvious reasons, so I will talk about one of their most interesting results, and I quote them directly here. It is doubtful that the distinct houses appear to correspond to established psychological constructs. So there was a high predictive uncertainty that remained. However, they found that there are correlations between these basic human values and these personality traits and the Hogwarts houses. What they were saying was that you cannot reliably predict someone's personality traits or core values by just knowing their Hogwarts house, except for Slytherins. And this is where it gets interesting, because Slytherins do score significantly higher on the Dark Triad than all of the other houses. And I think that this is really, really interesting because most people kind of dislike Slytherin because they are known as like the evil ones, and they often get singled out. So basically all of the other houses, they get along quite okay, and everyone just dislikes the Slytherin people. And it's so interesting, at least I think it really is interesting, that Slytherin is the one house that gets singled out because they are so different to the others. And I don't know, it's just really interesting, I think. I will read you another part of the article, which was really interesting because they said there still is an association between the houses and the personality, but it's not the one they thought it was. But what they found out is the following. It seems that the desire to be assigned to a specific house acts as a confounder, inducing a relationship between the house assignment based on the Pottermore quiz or Wizarding World quiz and personality measures. Thus, under further scrutiny, it seems that not the house assignment, but the desire to be sorted into a particular house drives the association between houses and personality. And they also found out that before people were doing the Pottermore quiz, when they asked them what house they wanted to be in, that most of the time the people got into this house either because they didn't answer truthfully, but just answered the way they thought they would get sorted into that specific house, or because they subconsciously adapted these values they associated with that house they wanted to be in, and that's why they got the house, even though their personality traits might not be a perfect match for that house. There's so much more to say, but you can read it in the description, and I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I will see you again on Tuesday. Bye!